Hey everyone, in this quick tutorial video, I'm sharing how to share backing tracks with students in Google Drive. The reason I'm using Google Drive is because I find it's one of the easiest ways to share things with students. They're familiar with it oftentimes through the school system already, and it makes life a lot easier in terms of the admin side for the studio. However, it's probably a similar process if you're using something like Dropbox or other options. I'm going to give you a few disclaimers before we start. 1. Do not share backing tracks or accompaniment tracks with students unless you have written permission of the composer and or the publisher. You would find this sort of information in the terms of use or terms and conditions documents for those types of products. And if you're not sure, I would highly recommend just send an email and confirm. A lot of work goes into these, so we really do want to respect whatever the permissions are for these. So let's assume that you have permission and you are allowed to share a backing track with your students. So what I have here is my Google Drive, and I've put one of the units from Creating Beats on the Move in here. This is a product in my store, and yes, it has backing tracks, so it works really well for this video. If that is something you're wondering, what on earth is she talking about, I'll have a link in the description so that you can take a look at that. But otherwise, use this for whatever backing tracks you have permission for. So we have Change Your Warp in two locations. The one on the right-hand side has a zipper on it. That's a zip file. You're not going to be able to access that. If you're wondering how to get access to it and get it so that it looks like the one on the left, be sure to watch the other video. And again, the link is in the description below. Okay, so I'm going to click on Change Your Warp Factor. Now, when I saved this, I didn't take it out of this folder, so here I have all of them. I would recommend share the backing tracks week by week. 1, it means that you don't have students accessing more than what they need, but 2, in terms of what they see, it's a lot less visual clutter and it's a lot less confusion if you keep it to only what they need for the week. So here's what you do. For track 1, there's 3 little dots next to it. So I'm going to touch that or tap that, and there's a whole bunch of options that come up. I'm going to go all the way down, third from the bottom. It says Add Shortcut to Drive. Now, why am I going to put a shortcut? If you make a copy, yes, you can do this quickly, but you're using up your online storage space. It's also harder to control where students are what students are doing with it. So the recommended way, and actually the way that fits within the terms of use within this particular product, you're going to add a shortcut to Drive. You go into My Drive, and then you just go into whatever folder you need to. So I'm going to select Videos, and then I'm going to add it to this folder. Once I've done that, I'm going to just click back, and you'll notice it has here on the far right side, track 1, Change Your Warp Factor, and there's a little arrow there, right on the bottom right of that icon. What this is telling you is that it's shared. That way, your student, anybody in their family, I tend to set up family folders, so they can use it. It's not a problem. When they tap on that icon, it's going to allow it to play through Google Drive. Now, what about removing the sharing ability or removing it from your students' access? So those 3 little dots are going to help us out again. We press the 3 little dots, we go all the way to the bottom where it says remove, and we tap, and it says this shortcut will be deleted forever after 30 days. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Move to trash. All right. If you're wondering any more details, be sure to check the description. That's where all the links are. Otherwise, have fun using backing tracks and accompaniment tracks with your students. If you have questions, let me know in the comments.